Hey everyone, welcome back to OC Outdoorsman. Well, I'm here at Dana Point and it's about 7:42 a.m. I just launched out at Baby Beach, and if you kayak fish here in California, you're probably aware this is the slow time of the year. There are a number of reasons why a lot of people don't kayak fish in the wintertime. Reason number one, believe it or not, it does get cold here in California when you're out on the ocean. But for me, the main reason I don't fish salt around this time is because you can't really catch sheephead or rockfish, at least not until March. So I typically fish freshwater around this time, and then I'll head back out to the salt right around March in time for rockfish and sheephead season. Here's another reason I don't fish around this time of year typically. Water temperature right now is at 55 degrees, and at that temperature, you really can't catch any barracuda or bonito on the troll. But air temperature is even colder. Right now it's at 45 degrees. Conditions are really great this morning. You can see it's pretty flat right now, very little swells, so I can get fairly close to the beach. So here I'm trolling a Lucky Craft lure right behind me, parallel to Doheny Beach. Water depth is right around 7 feet. I like to fish under 10 feet of water for halibut, and because there are no swells or breaking waves, I'm able to get fairly close to the shoreline today. Trolling was really slow, and at this point I'm about a mile south of Doheny Beach, and I figure, you know what, why not just cast fewer lures out towards the shoreline for halibut. And again, I'm just using this Lucky Craft lure in sardine. Fishing with me this morning are Glenn and Caesar, and there they are, cruising along in the background. Last night I re-spooled one of my reels with brand new monofilament line, and when I cast it out, I got this big old wind knot, and it was so tangled up I ended up having to cut my lure off and just retrieve all of this excess line. It was a big mess. Here's a better shot of the new lure I was using. I switched out colors. It's still a Lucky Craft, but this one was in pink and white. Check out all of this excess line I had to cut off. What a waste. But remember, never toss this back into the ocean. You don't want this getting all tangled up in some poor turtle's face. Dispose of it properly. Just please don't litter our oceans. As we move further south, check out this fog bank that's slowly creeping in. This fog just rolled in a lot faster than we'd expected, and yeah, it's never a good idea to be sitting in the middle of the ocean in a thick fog. Boats will have difficulty seeing you, so at this point it's getting kind of dangerous, so I'm just going to head back south, hugging the shoreline where it's clearer and safer. I finally hook into a fish, and this was on that pink and white Lucky Craft lure. And it turns out to be a barred sand bass. Yeah, he's a bit short, but it was great to get the skunk off the boat. Strike number 2 as I get into shallower water. At this point, I'm at less than 5 feet of water. Again, because there are very little swells or waves, I was able to move fairly close to the shoreline. I must have been no more than 15 to 20 yards off the beach. And just like that, here's my first halibut of 2021. He's clearly short, so I didn't bother measuring him. I just ended up releasing this guy. So as I approach Baby Beach, here I'm pulling up my pedal drive and the rudder as I switch back to paddles. We only fished from 8 a.m. till about noon, but the wind started to pick up and the bite really wasn't that great. However, we did cover 10 miles of water this day, so I was beat and ready for lunch.